हेलो 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 मेरे प्यारे भाई लोग, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। भाई कैसे हैं आप लोग? तो भाई आज गेम स्टार्ट करते हैं डायरेक्टली। सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट रैपिड ऑफ द डे। लेट्स सी व्हाट ही विल प्ले। आई हैव प्लान लिटिल बिट डिफरेंट गेम टुडे। टेक हिज बिशप and let's activate the dark square bishop on g7 and knight on f6. I think let's not activate knight on f6. Let's activate knight on e7. Attack his knight. What? Oh, he missed this. He could have gone for check. I can just take it. Mm, Knight activates, and I'll go for short castle now. Just a second, I'll be back in a minute. हेलो हेलो हेलो, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। क्वालिटी बोर्ड की खराब आ रही है। ओके, इज इट फाइन नाउ? हेलो हेलो मकुबा, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। लेट्स गो फॉर castle and I'll play d5. Pawn takes, knight takes, knight takes, queen takes. Or should I activate my bishop? Let's activate bishop, light square bishop. Now I'll play d5. Pawn takes, d5. Pawn takes, knight takes, bishop takes. Is a plan. He's offering exchange. What should I plan here? If I take his pawn, knight takes, I can activate my knight further. Let's do it. Activate knight further. Plan is to play queen on h4. He's going for my bishop now. Rook defending. He'll take. I can take. Knight activates further attack on queen. What do I think? I'll move my queen away from this pin, but I want to go on h4. आज तो भाई लूज विन चलता है। 22-62, क्या बात है भाई, ग्रेट जॉब। 2238 पे आ गए। It actually happens. Okay, rook defending bishop. I'll activate because I want to activate queen on h4. Okay, he just took that. So two knights for a queen. Nothing can be done. अगर डबल टू सिक्स टू प्लस हो जाती तो 2300 करते करके ही मानता आज. नो प्रॉब्लम ब्रो. आज नहीं कल बना लोगे. So he will exchange queen against both the rook. Do I have any plan? Maybe knight on f4. Rook takes knight. ठीक है, I can offer him exchange. No, that will be not correct. Moving my knight is the wrong move. I think I can just try to double up my rooks. Yes. Rook to d7 and another rook to d8. For now, rook cannot take my knight because rook takes rook and everything will be equal. He'll be just 2 pawns up. I don't think that he's going to do that, like everything exchange and just 2 pawns up. Or maybe I can take with bishop also. That is also the option. Okay. So yes, here we go with the knight on f6. Knight supporting rook attacking queen. अब मुझे स्ट्रीमर तक एग्रीमेंट लेटर साइन किया हूँ. बहुत जल्दी स्ट्रीमर टैग मिल जाएगा मुझे. ग्रेट ब्रो. Plan is knight on g4 and knight takes pawn. Attacking rook and knight can take pawn. And maybe rook goes back. He can do rook goes back. So now here we have knight on e4 attacking queen. If any of the rook tries to take it, I can just take it with bishop. And that's it. Like rook cannot be taken back because this rook is guarding. So yes, knight to e4 looks better. Rook takes knight, bishop takes it. Hello, bhai. I have something. Okay. Hi, bro. Let's see what. Welcome to the stream. Attacking queen and that pawn at the same time. Maybe rook takes that pawn. Okay, rook takes that pawn or knight takes pawn. Knight takes pawn. He'll place his rook on f1. Maybe after that, I do have this check. I can just poke him, right? If I just take this, queen takes, knight takes is fine. If rook takes knight, I can go for another check, but that is also not working. So rook takes pawn is wrong. Knight can take it. Knight can go for g4, but rook takes rook. I can take it back, and after that, he can just give check. No, he can't give check from here. He can't. He can give check from f4. Let's save knight. Let's do nothing. Just save knight. I'm going for g4 now. Knight to g4. I'm low on time. I should play a little faster. Attacking queen. He'll go for check, right? So takes and rook on f7, defending knight and bishop at the same time. क्यू b3 चेक भी है. अगर नाइट टू g4 खेलते तो ब्लंडर में जाता आपका मूव वो. हाँ राइट, क्योंकि पीस लॉस्ट हो जाता ना. अटैक्स क्वीन. Knight attacking queen. वो force move. Come on यार, it's a resign. Only one piece left. Rook check और गया bishop. हाँ, चलो. I lost my queen. Should I review this? Let's review this. c5 knight to f6, and after that I didn't continue it with the proper variation. I think that's why I lost. I made one blunder, but which was knight activation. I should have seen that threat. Best here was just to move away from the pin. I kept that pin. Okay, I just didn't follow the basic rules. Lose. I'll try something else. c4. भाई आपने 2300 की है क्या? हाँ भाई. फिर वापस से 2335 करिए मैक्स हाईएस्ट. फिर वापस आ गए. Two three two five. 2 3 3 5. Exactly. मैं तो चाहता हूँ खुद 2300 प्लस जाना होना। हो जाओगे भाई, कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है। You take this with check. If knight takes, I can take his bishop. But if he takes with king, I can give him another check with queen and just take one more pawn. Not that good. Just move my queen away. भाई मत करो, नहीं कर रहा भाई। Just thinking on that. What he is up to? Bishop attack knight. Or maybe bishop to c3 looks good. Bishop to c3 is much better. f3 खेलो। f3 से bishop can go on multiple square ना। h3 f3। Knight activates forward. Bishop takes, king takes, queen takes. Attacking queen. Let's do this. Knight to f5. Bishop takes, queen takes. Currently attacking on queen. And if he does not takes, I can just take his bishop and king take his force, after which I can just play f4. So take is force, and after takes, I can still attack, go for his knight take, bishop takes pawn for check, and take his rook is the plan. Let's see. पूरी गेम बिगाड़ रहे हो भाई, ऐसा है क्या? मैं क्वीन की फाइल ओपन नहीं करना चाहता, किंग की फाइल ओपन नहीं करना चाहता, दैट्स व्हाई, दैट इज द रीजन. वो भी करते हैं. आई थिंक he'll टेक माय नाइट. ब्रो मेरी 22 2285 से 2140 पे आ गई. ऐसा क्यों होता है? There is always a fallback when you reach on some specific level, and to maintain that, you need to work on it continuously. Come on, yaar, make a move. Why you are taking so long? Okay, now plan is knight takes bishop, and I can push f4. Whatever takes, like queen takes or king takes, I'll push f4. I can just move it. That's it. Move what he will do. Because if take, that's a mistake. Bishop. So move. Yes. Move my king is the correct. Obviously, why I would take? Does he thought of any other move? Maybe queen on h4. I'll take this pawn with check. King takes it. Then we have queen activation. Okay, I cannot push this pawn, and I cannot take his knight. But what I can do is bishop takes pawn with check. King take his force. After that, I have a bishop check again. Sorry, queen check, and another check is from b7. In case he tried to move his bishop, I'll take his knight, and that is not a mate. Yes, so take, check with queen, bishop in between, queen takes pawn with check, and rook in between. Or if bishop in between, I'll take with knight. No, I cannot take with knight because there is a mate threat. So queen can go for check, rook in between. Queen takes rook with check, and after that, I can just take his knight. B6 जाएगा लेके, लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब। B6 जाएगा लेके ये। Come on, yeah, make a move. So queen check, maybe bishop check, and take his knight. He can take my knight. I can just take his knight. Bishop takes is not possible because queen is guarding. Yes. So bishop check, offering him take knight, and I can just take his knight. There is no mate now. Bishop in between. Rook can go for check, and if bishop takes, there is queen take. Let's go. He tried his best. By the way, he played very good moves, but couldn't able to make it. Let's go. Moving on to another game. अब रुक से शायद विन कर लो क्या? He resigned. Now play Sicilian closed. Takes. He'll take my knight. I can take this pawn with check. And I'll go for castle, pinning king. Although I lost my piece, but this is a better position. I'll not give up my bishop. I'll take it because I do have another pawn take, pinning queen. And also the next move is knight to d5. Takes, takes, takes. Tripling up pieces. Let's take it and maybe let's double up piece now and rook to f2 and rook a1 to rook f1. Pawn push. Pawn takes. I can take that pawn. Yes, pawn push. Take that pawn with check. And here we go with the knight activates. He can't take my knight still. And if he try to offer me queen exchange, I'll take it. Or should I not take it? I think I should not take it. Let's go. Knight takes, bishop takes, bishop takes, and I have g4. G4. Only what he can do is G4. Okay. No, that need to be defended. Now if bishop takes, take his rook. No, bishop takes, pawn takes, and I can place queen back. Do I have any square from where I'm attacking and defending at the same time? Maybe yes. Take his rook and rook activates. Take that pawn. Let's just attack his bishop. That's the correct way. Hello, hello, Gulshan bhai. Welcome to the stream. Come on, guys. It just take a minute to hit that like button. Please like the stream. Pawn push. Yes. He himself lost. He lost by himself. I even didn't give a try. Free rook. Let's go. He's challenging again. Okay, so c5, knight to c6, free pawn. Let's take it. Knight takes free pawn. 2320 has given a free pawn. Okay. To activate the center. I'll push e6. So pawn takes, bishop takes. Plan is to play d5. But if you push, before that I need to activate f6. Then I'll do go f6, d6, d5. Sorry, d5 take, knight takes, or pawn takes, and bishop activates, and we'll go for short castle. What he's trying to do? Give him check, bishop in between, activate the bishop. If bishop in between, I'll activate bishop to b4. Pawn cannot take it because I can go for his rook. I cannot short castle because there is this plan. Takes, knight activates, and queen check. But I can play bishop to c3. Still take is not possible. But still I cannot go for castle, right? So let's activate our dark square bishop. Light square bishop, sorry. Oh, I blocked my queen. Bishop takes, knight takes. Maybe I should push h6 and then go for short castle. Knight cannot activate further. Maybe I can activate dark square bishop. Bishop takes, queen takes. Still he can't take my bishop. There is option to take rook. And if knight activate is also not possible. Bishop will take knight. And I do have knight activation further. Yes, that's the plan. Let's see how it goes. If I push his knight, will he take this pawn? He can go for this check. He'll not do it. Now I can go for short castle also. He took it. He sacrificed a full knight. Was the plan. I can just take it. There is queen check. And I can sit back on e6. He can play bishop, but rook can defend it. Na? There is no bishop check to free your queen. Pawn push is wrong because bishop takes, and after take, he'll take. So how I can just defend this position by playing king to f6, f8. King to f8. There is no other check. Check from d8 is not possible. Knight is guarding that square. Check from f4 is also not possible. But maybe he can play bishop. I can take his dark square bishop. And there is no check still. So yeah, no problem in playing f8. Because if I play on e8 or e7, if I play on e7, there is bishop check. I should have played e7, f7. That is also a right move. But again, the queen check. Okay, he gave up rook. Now, let's take it. I don't know why. Okay, I can just take that pawn, offering him queen exchange. Yep, that's the correct way. Because after queen is gone, we are completely fine. Why he pushed? Because he can play his queen on d8 was the plan. Now queen take is force. I'm sorry, bishop to a6. Bishop to a5 is good idea. If queen takes, knight takes, and we are fine. We already have exchange, so yes. Bro, just develop your bishop. Now it just knight goes back to e7. He does not have any check, right? Knight back to e7. So queen cannot go check, go with the d8 check. If bishop takes, I'll take with queen. No, bishop take is not possible. I can take his queen on g4. I need to activate light square bishop and I'm fine. King to e5. Knight to e5, sorry. Knight to e5. He can go for d8 check and take my rook. So first bishop activation, light square bishop activation. Bishop on b7. And then I can plan that. Knight takes bishop. Pawn takes, I'll be in trouble. If I just take e5 pawn, just take e5 pawn. Also now I can push g5 also. Because after bishop takes, there is a queen take. Or after bishop takes, there is a pawn take also. Queen is guarding rook, attack, which will attack queen. Exchange k with v. Exchange k with b is definitely a wrong move because after pawn takes, rook can give check and I'll be in trouble. This is the only good square for my king. King back to h3 is right because if king on g4, I can place knight back to f6, attacking queen, and I can take his bishop exchange. But now also I'll just place knight, or should I? I think I should activate bishop now. Yep, let's activate bishop. Bishop takes bishop takes knight. Knight takes bishop, or maybe knight attack queen. No, that is wrong because bishop takes and queen takes. Bishop takes bishop. I can take his knight. He can take rook. Exchange K with B. Here we go. Take that with F4. Bishop takes, knight takes. Or knight takes dark square bishop. He can take my queen with check. I can take his rook. He can take my bishop. No, 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 no. Bad idea. Okay. So good plan is just take this pawn. Bishop takes, knight takes, and let him take my bishop. I can attack his bishop, or maybe I can just move my king. Attack his bishop, he'll do pawn push. I do have check, I can take his knight. Attack his bishop. Rook attacks bishop. If he does pawn push, I can go for check, take his knight, and if rook takes, there is queen take because bishop is also hanging. Knight भी गया. Check and take that knight. Check again. Take his bishop. Take his bishop, queen takes. No. Just I'll activate my knight on f5. And I think that's a correct move. Because if queen take, I can go for check. Queen takes, I can take it with queen. And after that, if I take bishop, he'll push pawn to take my knight. So knight and rook against rook and rook. King to g6. अब pawn push करेगा. He's trying to bring all of his forces in game. If I play knight back, bishop takes knight, pawn takes it, there is queen check, and I'll be in trouble. Will I be in trouble? Yes, I will. Because after e7, there is queen, again queen check, and queen can take piece. So, what if I just activate rook, give him check, knight can just go back. Queen takes knight. That means there is a knight which can't be saved. Knight to g2, king to g6. Let's go for check, and queen attacks knight is the plan. But queen can just take knight. Okay, I need to move my king now to connect pieces. Or maybe one thing I can do is first go for check. Yes, check. And now I can play king to e7. Now I'll play king to e7. King to e7. Connecting both rooks. We are down on time. Let's play faster. Bishop takes. I'll take his queen and then his bishop. Offering him queen exchange. Queen takes. Knight takes. That's a mistake because he can just take my queen for free. That's a mate in one. Yes, game review करना पूरी. If not, at least end game. I played one brilliant move. अरे यार. Come on, यार. Just one mistake. Two blunder in the end game. Two blunder in the end game, and that's it. Now I should have offered him queen from here exchange. Okay. Played the right move, but at the wrong time. It's not the time to play with subscribers. I'll play with you guys. Just wait. Wait, bro. Two more games. After that with viewers. Playing against IM. International Master. Here we go. He resigned. He aborted. What separates 2200 from 2000? Like, what's the core? It's just the some variation in the mid game and the end game. That is what I was talking about. He lost a piece. Let's go. This is winning. Come on, yeah, guys. Like that. Like the stream, please. Let's do it, guys. Let's make it 15 likes. Come on, guys. Hit that like button. We need your support. Knight attack rook. Offering him rook exchange. Rook takes. Knight takes. And I do have one extra piece. Come on, take his force. I'll not take it. I'll push h4, h5. After king, there we have h5. Mock bro wanna play a game. Rook going for c7. Maybe he can push b4, a4. But we have bishop guarding that square, so there's no problem. So rook take his force. I'll take a knight to guard the d5 pawn. At the same time attacking f5. I can just take f5 pawn because if rook takes, we do have checkmate. Needs to be a little bit careful. Rook to f7, then rook to 8. a7. Okay. But I'll lose my bishop if I do that. Knight goes back. Rook takes bishop. Rook takes pawn. Yep, knight goes back. Because if he does b3, I'll push e7. I can now push d5. Plan is to play bishop. Come on, yeah, this is clear win. Rook takes bishop. I can take this check. King here, knight check can lead to mate. So he cannot take my bishop. Right, bishop also. Okay, he just took. Let's say knight takes bishop. Rook takes bishop. Pawn. Rook can go for check. King goes to e4. Okay, let's do it. Take his bishop. I'll take his bishop, or I can just take on b4 also. Yeah, I can just take on b4 also. Yeah, let's take on b4. We are piece up. Nothing to worry. And that knight is guarding a2 square also. Here we have rook check. If I go for rook check, king can take rook, and I can take his rook, and that pawn after that, or just pawn push to attack rook. Let's keep it simple. It's winning. So y2, I'll take every pawn on the board. I can take this pawn also. If rook takes knight, there is check, but not mate. Okay. So I think I will first go for g6 check. King moves in, and then I'll take this pawn. Because if now rook takes knight, there is mate. Only rook in between is the option. I can take this pawn also, because still if rook takes knight, I do have check. King goes forward, and another check. Only option is king goes back, which can lead to mate. Yes, I can take on a3. Here we go. Check, check, and mate. Let's go, guys. If you are liking the game, please hit that like button. Come on, yaar. Won this game. 25 of you are watching. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Thanks, bro. Thanks, Raghav. Raghav Divan. Welcome to the stream. Knight takes, pawn takes, attack on knight. He should have taken pawn. That was a great move, I think. That comes up as a brilliant, completely opening my king. I'll take with pawn. Reason behind it, his knight can activate to attack my queen. But if his knight tries to activate, I do have check maybe. But that is also, although that is not doing anything. But if he does this pawn push, takes, pawn takes check again, can be a threat. And if he does castle, I can push on g5, knight goes back. I'll play queen to h5 and try to bring my another piece there. If you push knight, I can push his knight back. a3 push, so his knight cannot activate further. Taking with knight was better option. Attack his knight now. King takes pawn. Or maybe knight attacks queen. Yeah, knight attacks queen. I want his queen to move away from this square. And I'll play b4 now. And knight to c5 is a plan after that. Knight to c5 directly. If knight takes pawn, bishop takes it. Knight to c5 directly. If bishop takes, pawn takes. And if he does pawn push, I can take this knight first. And rook takes, I can drop my knight back. Or I can drop my knight back directly. Why I'm not attacking his right now because he can just go back to g8 and activate his knight on e7. Just simplification. Knight to b3 was better. If he castles, I do have a plan that is pawn push g5. Knight needs to move, and I do have fork on queen and rook. He wants to force exchange. First, I'll try to exchange rooks. If he takes knight, I can go for his rook. Take with check. Not a right move. Knight takes, pawn takes. I think I'll go with the check, and then I'll take his knight back. b4. Plan is knight takes, and I can activate my rook on c5. Rook takes, pawn takes. If rook takes, knight. Okay. So I do have rook take option also. If he takes my queen, I can go for check. Now rook activates on c5, and rook takes c5. Rook takes rook on c5. d4 takes c5. Fine to take. Rook on d3, and rook will defend a3 by placing rook on d3 and stopping this pawn also to move forward. And king activates. This is winning. Why you didn't took with b pawn? I want to activate on this side because he only have two pawns, and this three can push two against two. So that's why. That's the reason. Now king activates and can stop all those pawns. It was coming up with a check, yaar. This is resign. Back on 2248, yaar. What's wrong? Okay, time to play with subscribers. You can challenge, guys. Anything below 5 minutes unrated. Let's go through rules. I hope you went through rules. Wait, come on, guys. Challenge fast. I'm waiting for you. I do not accept 10 minutes rapid challenge from subscribers. You can challenge me anything below 5 minutes unrated. I'll accept that. Anyways, I think there is no one who wants to play from subscribers. No. Okay, then let's start another rapid. Here we go. Playing against double two, three, four. I'll go with the Alkyne's defense because I know with the variations of this. Giving him the center so I can recapture it. Come on, man, make a move. Thanks for subscribing. Another one. We'll go for castle. Let him take this pawn. Rook will activate on e8. Sorry. Okay, knight takes pawn. And that pawn is defended. Okay, here we go with the knight activates forward. Plan is to give him check, take the rook. Although I know he's going for long castle, but he didn't went for that. Takes bishop takes, same plan. attack his queen now, forcing him to go back. And if he just take that pawn, rook to e8, attacking queen. He cannot take my knight. I'll take my knight, he'll take with bishop, and I can take this pawn. Bishop activates. Take his knight, take that pawn, he'll push pawn. Pawn push, he'll push h5. Okay, rook here. I can take my bishop back to kick his queen. Kick his queen. Because after takes, I'll be in trouble. Now this bishop is powerful. But if I push this, he'll take, and I can take with knight. His queen can sit on g3. But still, let's do it. Take this. If queen on g3, bishop on g7, and there is no mate, it can king can get safe on f7. Yes, king can get on f7 after check from h7. King on h7. Plan is to place rook on h8, and he's has either queen is gone. Come on, he lost his rook, I think. Yes, he lost his rook. Danger approaching. Bishop to h6. Rook on g8. Maybe I think queen on g8. Queen on f6. No, no, let's do rook. Because he can, if I place queen on f6, he can just take. And after queen takes, everything will be equal. Now I'll play queen on f6. After that, I can play rook on h8. He's planning for this check. Let him give this check. I can push my king forward. King forward. He can take my bishop, but knight take is also is an option. For now, I think rook on c6. C 8, sorry. Rook on c8. So in case if we try to bring his knight forward or move his knight, rook takes rook will be a threat. For now, I cannot go on f6 because there is bishop check. He's just trying to make position complicated. I do have a good move. I just need to find that out. Maybe it's a queen on f8. I do have a good move now. There is the queen check and I can take his bishop. What I'm doing? Come on, yeah. Let's go. This move was not there before, but after this push, it's a blunder. If we try to move his knight back, I'll move my queen. He didn't did that. Queen takes bishop. Queen takes bishop. Take it back. There was much better move. That's why he didn't did that. Now I have to take his knight. Now I have rook on h8 and he lost his queen. Let's go. Actually, we blundered. He blundered. Actually, we blundered. That was blunder over blunder. Let's go, guys. 3 minutes unrated challenge. Okay, fine with that. Let's go. Good game, bye. Good game. Well played, Ved. Chalo, bhai, who's next? Why didn't you take the knight with room on d3? There was a plan, I think. When you first went down material, it looked like an even exchange. I went material down? What's that? Knight is running here and there. I blundered at last. Yes, brother. Let's go. Good game, by the way. Well played. Come on, yaar. Anyone else want to play? Let's give one chance to everyone and then weird mate. Flog, defend it. Bullet, yes. Anything below 5 minutes unrated. Come on, guys. Are you sending challenge or should I start on a rapid? I think I just forgot how to play bullet. Mate. Good one, buddy. Very good. I beat a 2900 rated IM in Blitz today. Great, buddy. Hi, can I ask you a question? Sure, bro. Noster, good game, good game. I already played with Wade also. Anyone else left? Do you know what's the battle chess is? No, buddy. Export long. Me next. No. Yes, I don't know what a battle chess is. Come on, anyone else want to play? Should I start another rap game? MJ fan Prashant want to play. Also, can I use 4 second clip of you saying no? To the question, if you know what's battle chess is, a video I'm working on. It was 2800 this morning. I played so badly that I am at 2650 now. Oh, that's a big loss. You can use it, brother. Sorry. ठीक है करना है मेरे को. हो जाएगा बड़ी, हो जाएगा. यू आर वेरी नियर. Let's go. Or knight to g4. I think I have to train you in chess champ so you can beat GM also. You played a brilliant move also. So I think now let's move on to rapid again. Need to complete 2300. I'm at 23 only. Come on. I reached row 2335. Bishop pinning queen. Push that pawn. No. Good to hear that. If knight activates forward, bishop takes. No, don't do that. Just push e5, then plan for knight. I'll keep that pin. I'll go for long castle. Plan is bishop pinning queen. Not possible. Let's take it back. Bishop activation. Bishop pinning queen. Pawn push. Free pawn. Let's go. This is also winning. Bishop. Yes. Bishop attacking queen. And it's mate in one. Let's go. Moving on to another game. I play 2 games per day, then it will automatically increase. If I play 2 games per day, it will automatically increase. Okay, playing against 23, we have reached 2264 again. Continue with the Alpines defense. Change in plan. 3+0. कौन सा फॉर्मेट खेल रहे हैं 3+0? If I castle, that's a mistake because bishop can be placed. Bishop pinning knight. Bishop pinning knight. Bishop can pin queen. Bishop pinning knight. Yes, can do this. If bishop tries to pin queen, I can take his knight. And if he takes my queen, I can take his queen. And if we try to activate bishop, I'll take his knight and then I'll go for long castle. Okay. So now that move is not possible. Maybe now it's just queen attacks knight, but he'll play bishop. I'll first take this. If I take his knight now, it's a mistake. And if I try to attack his knight, he can activate his bishop. So it's just queen goes back is the better move. I think after this, bishop sits on f6. If knight takes, queen takes. Again, he has the same plan. He just offered me, but I can first take his bishop because if I take his, yeah, I first take his bishop. And here we go with the knight take with check, and bishop sits back. Was the obvious move. And here we go with the queen back on e7. Can go with the long castle and knight takes pawn, or should I go with the short castle only? Let's go with the long castle. I can just push pawn. Okay, let's go for long castle. Queen takes queen, knight takes it back, and knight can reactivate on f5. Same plan. First, maybe rook on f8 is better. And I'll push h6 so his knight cannot activate on g5. This is better now. Come on, guys. If you like the games, please hit that like. Please hit that like button. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe this channel. We need your support. Knight activates. Knight will take because after rook take, there is bishop. I'll move h6 first, and then I'll activate knight. H6 in defense of knight. If he tries to kick my knight, I'll kick his bishop. And if he takes my knight, I will take that back with pawn. Plan is attack on both knight and bishop at the same time. Bishop takes pawn. I can take it. I'll take this with pawn. But yeah. Now there is attack on knight and bishop. He got extra pawn. This is passer. Push. He'll take my rook. So if I just take his rook and continue with push, or let's just don't take his rook. Cannot activate knight further. Okay, let's take his rook. And knight activates. Bishop takes, rook takes, and this pawn will be unstoppable. King can defend that f5 pawn, and I can try to attack on h2. First king on d7. Now rook attacks pawn. If rook try to attack my pawn, I can play. Okay, now king goes forward. Okay. So takes, rook takes, king takes. King attacking f4 pawn, f5 pawn. King defending g6. King on e6 is wrong. Does this take is winning? Let's calculate. Take, take. This is a draw. Rook takes pawn. Rook takes rook. King takes it back. King on f4. King on g6. If king cannot try to go forward, but king can go to f6. He'll push pawn. This is a draw, I think. Mistype. C takes d6. This is winning for us now. No, it's winning for him because queen is coming up with check. I'm playing this. I should resign this. He takes it, still not a draw. Opponent has too much pawns. Yes. Let's review this. What was the best at the end game? He played good at the end game. This was only a blunder. What was best here? I could have taken that pawn, and after rook takes, there is a push. What a game! What a game! Seriously, this could be possibility. वो पैसा नहीं है पैसों से करवाते हैं लोग टूर्नामेंट जय रिव्यू दिस गेम प्लीज एट द मिडिल गेम ओके वेयर ब्रदर ओके I should have taken a screen. Inaccuracy. Best was to just take a queen. Knight takes and then castle, but he cannot take that pawn because his king will get pinned. Okay, can he now not take? But there's attack on bishop also. That's the move. That's the way. What was best for me? To just castle. But why not bishop can come here? Explain. Whoa. I was getting a pawn and queen, and I'll have good activation after that in parallel universe. Chalo, let's move on to another game. Let's start it again. Again, need to reach back on 2265. Okay, come on. Come on. Push that. Multi-universe. Activating bishop, knight activation, and castle. I'll take his bishop. Pawn push, knight activation, castle. At the middle game, we went to check a move. You didn't told me the exact move which you need to see. Okay, maybe dark square bishop first activate on d2 and then queen on e2 and then I can plan knight here. Or will it be too long? Should I directly go knight here? Let's let's pin his queen and activate bishop. I can activate knight, push pawn f4. takes, bishop takes, rook takes, activate queen. Activate knight, I think. Let's exchange knight. Knight takes, queen takes. After this, I'll push f4. Should I push f4 or not? Okay, I'll just take his knight with bishop. He has to take with pawn. Check doesn't make any sense. Just king goes in and rook will get activate. f4, pawn takes, knight takes, bishop takes, rook takes. f4. Offering him one more pawn. Free pawn. Review game gone wrong. Rook takes pawn. Uh, yes, rook takes pawn in support of knight. It's just simple. King goes in. Although I lost two pawn, but there is something in this position. Check with queen. King goes in. And rook takes pawn. Queen cannot takes it because there is a mate in one. Queen cannot take it because there is mate in one. Q to g4 and rook to h6. Now rook to h6. He'll play queen on d7, right? To pin my queen. No, because I can just take his rook. And if he takes my queen, I can take his rook. Is that a mate? So he'll sacrifice his queen. Rook takes. Rook takes with check. King on g2 and mate in one. So again, I think same thing. That is rook attacks queen. Now I'll try to double it up. Or maybe now I'll play rook to h6 is a better. Okay, rook to g6. Pawn takes, knight takes. No. I'll play queen on f5. Queen to f5. Because if queen check, rook takes, pawn takes, king takes. And if rook takes is a mistake because after queen takes, there is only queen in between and it's mate. Bishop takes. Okay, no problem. Let him take. I can just double it up, double up my rooks. Sack every piece, lol. We want brilliancy. Bishop takes rook, knight takes it, attack on queen and rook at the same time. If rook try to block, I'll take his queen with knight because if rook takes queen, there is rook takes. Okay, that's a mistake, I think. Take his queen, knight activates, and it's simplified. It got simplified. Defend my queen back, activate knight, so I can take that one. Take knight check, take this pawn. I think queen to f7. Yeah, queen to f7. If queen takes queen, rook takes, and I can attack on c7. And if knight tries to attack, I'll exchange queen because after check, I can take on d4. Currently, I'm attacking his rook also at the same time. So queen take is force, I think. Now I'm taking the queen as force. Check, and I'll place rook on f7 anyways. I don't want to exchange rooks. I want to keep up my rook. King attacking d4. Knight attacks rook and can take on d4. Knight takes on a2. I do have c3. Pawn takes and c4, c3, b2 takes c3. Here we go. I lost a rook. B4, I'll push A4. Never lose hope. He'll play rook on C3. Knight takes on B5. Rook sack was so bad there. There was no option for rook. Now this is winning. I should have first gone with the check, yaar. Check, check. King goes here. Check. After pawn push, this was a mistake. It was clear check. King goes here and check and queen on board. Draw, yeah. But still, I was winning this. This mistake I made to resign from chess. Here we go. Why I'm doing such a silly mistakes? Even though I planned that only, but mistakenly I played. Okay, no worries. Let's continue with the another game. If you like this stream, please hit that like button. Come on, guys. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe this channel. Opponent need a medication after this. Thank you for your likes. Bro, let's play for 6,000 rupees. Sure, bro, someday we will. Let me first become a grandmaster. Okay, Xbot, take care. F9. Fine. Push, takes. Yep. Push, takes. Pawn takes. Losing bishop is there. Now bishop pinning queen he'll be in trouble. So I think he needs to move his queen. How does your opponent play like 1200? I did some setting. He'll not get it. Rook takes, but he can just take queen. So maybe move my queen. E1 then F2. He's planning rook on E8, queen to F2. I'll provide you someday. ऑफिस ऑनलाइन में हो नंबर ऑफ गेम्स मैटर करते हैं जितना एक्सपीरियंस होता जाता है उतनी रेटिंग बढ़ती जाएगी Activating knight, he'll do pawn push. Yes, this looks good. Knight to e4. If you play knight here, I can just take it. So knight cannot be played further. I can activate, if he try to pin my queen, I can activate it on g4, the square which I just now emptied. So he's going for this. I can go on h4, attacking bishop. Bishop can be placed on h6 after exchange. I am fine. Q to e4 missed. Q to e4, attacking bishop. Okay. Yeah, that was a good move. Next game, play me. Knight activates on d6. Doesn't make sense. I think I can offer him exchange bishop. Bishop takes. Queen takes. Sorry. Simply activate knight on. I got his bishop. I can push g4 and take his bishop. But why he did that? Can he attack my piece? Or I think he cannot do anything. Let's just push it. And bishop, we got his bishop. Your rating 2200, my rating 500. You'll, that doesn't matter, bro. I give some time and then I play with subscribers. So that's the thing. Nothing else. Take his bishop, he'll take my knight. Take his bishop, he'll take my knight. I can take that pawn. Threat for mate in one. Rook takes rook. Queen king takes it. Rook check. King moves back to g. And he'll do pawn push on e4. No, he cannot do that because there is mate in one. So he needs to move his rook, or maybe he needs to move his bishop. And I can just activate my bishop after that. Activates my bishop, bring my rook in game. He'll attack my queen. I can play bishop on c5. After exchange, I can bring rook. Queen takes pawn. If he takes my knight, I can take his knight with check. But he can just take my bishop also. But I can take knight with check and take bishop back. So queen takes pawn. Hello, hello, Master Spas. Welcome to the stream. Rook takes f8 first. Here we go with the check. And take his bishop would be wrong. If I bring my rook on f1, and if he does king takes, I can play a queen check, queen check. Yes, let's bring the rook. And if we try to take bishop, I can needs to take it plus 2 pawn. If he takes my bishop, I'll first take his rook. Okay, here we go with the queen check, bishop check, free bishop. Let's go, guys. That's it. 2267. Another game. Come on. This time I'll play a little bit different. I don't know what I'm doing in this. Hello, hello, Satyam. Welcome to the stream. This is very weird. No one would have seen this opening. Knight to f5, knight to d4. He can't take that pawn because I have queen check. I can take his bishop. So knight to f5, attacking his bishop. But he can do a pawn push, right? Activating bishop to take that pawn. This is the weirdest opening I have played. It's a French defense normal variation. Okay. Knight to d4, knight takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, queen check, and I can take on g5. Or should I take with pawn only? Let's just take with pawn. Bishop takes, knight takes, queen check, take that pawn because queen will go take this. So there is no defender for this. And if we try to push g5, what is the solution to that? If we try to push g5, I'll first go for check. Knight cannot come in between. If pawn push, I'll take that pawn because if he takes my bishop, there is another pawn take. So he has to take with knight, and I can defend my bishop. So I'll keep up my piece. Okay, let's do this. I knew it. But I can still go for queen exchange. Or should I not do it? Let's just push b5 again with the same plan. That if bishop takes, I can just go for check and take his bishop. Because this pawn is defended now by the knight. I'll play my bishop on b7 after this. Now I need to just defend this by pushing a6 and here we have bishop on b7. Maybe I should go for castle also. I'm actually attacking both the sides. And my both the sides attack are powerful. Now queen will activate on b6. Defending pawn against knight. And I'll also do a bishop. If bishop takes knight, bishop takes it. And if knight takes, I can give him check and take his bishop. Maybe now I can play knight further. If I go for check, queen in between. Knight goes further, knight takes, or queen takes. Knight goes further, bishop takes, bishop. Queen takes it. Attacking rook. Doesn't make any sense. There's just castle. If pawn takes, rook takes, and we have rook take. I'll defend my bishop. Activating rook on c8. If knight takes, I'll not take it. I'll just give him check. Now I cannot go for check. So here we have queen goes back. Although I'm losing a pawn, but he is in danger now. Bishop takes, queen takes, attacking rook. There we have fork with check on king and take his rook. That black bishop looks just a bit bad. Yeah, right. Here we have queen takes bishop, attacking rook, and he just castled. I can try to develop rook now. Yes, rook on c2, and another rook will activate on from c8. But that black bishop is doing nothing. Hey Jay, how was your day, man? Are you okay? Tired, sick? I'm actually a little bit sick. We'll get there is a I got a little bit cold. By the way, how are you? That black bishop just looked pretty bad. Yeah. Bishop cannot attack my knight because bishop tries to attack my knight. There is mate in one. Generally speaking, fine. It can be better or worse. Good, better, best. That's a fork. Wow, that's almost made for you. Knight takes rook. Cannot do anything. Need to take it. Now it's gone. That fork makes everything worst. Rook needs to defend pawn. Knight to d3, knight to f4. Knight to d3, knight takes f4. What do you think about knight to d5? I think knight to d5 is much better because I can, if he try to move his bishop, I can attack his rook, and there may be a mate threat. Although there is not a mate, knight to d5 is passive. Uh, I don't know. It seems little bit difficult that I need to exchange like after he plays. Okay, that's a timeout. See, what I was thinking that if I play knight here, he can just place his rook here. Although I can take it, but there is something, some threat maybe like rook attacking queen. Okay, no, no, there is a mate. Sorry. So it just goes some way like maybe my knight get trapped somewhere. Okay, no, no, knight does have the option or any time, and that's a check. No, that was a better. You're right. Game review. Three miss. I made a three miss. I didn't calculate that possibility. I was just thinking of to play quick and to play not to make any blunders. That was a blunder he made, and I missed something. What was best here? Knight takes pawn. Okay, and this is the another blunder, and I missed it again. What was best here? Pawn takes. Explain. Rook takes, and king queen attacks rook. Rook goes back, and I can defend that pawn maybe. Maybe again, same thing. Knight takes pawn. Yes. I didn't found out this threat. It was always there. Hello, hello, Jaydeep. Welcome to the stream. Chalo, here we go with the last rapid of the day. And this time I'll start with something different. Here we have birds opening. C3, D4. I'll try to capture the full center. Hello, hello, Kamlesh. Welcome to the stream. Castles look good. Push takes. His queen can be placed here. I'll move my king in. And I'll not do double push. I'll keep on activating pieces like bishop to. Okay, let him take. I'll not take it. Takes. I'll keep the center. Hello, hello, King Knight OP. Welcome to the stream. Knight to d2. Sorry. Now, queen to e1. Plan is to place queen on h4. So in future, I can plan bishop on h6. Knight takes or pawn takes. Let's go with the pawn take. Because if I take with knight, I lose my pawn. e5 best move, I think. e5, but my plan is to exchange bishops, maybe now or later. So that's why I want to keep up all the pieces. I don't want to exchange anything. My plan is to push f5, takes, and pawn takes or knight takes. Knight takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, queen can sit on g3. Okay, now let's push. Yeah, pushing f5 takes. If he takes, there is bishop take. I'll take his knight. I don't like his knight on that square. Bishop attacking queen. Let's continue. No, this is also not working because he can just exchange queens. If I just take it, his rook will get activate. Take rook activation. I think first bishop attacks queen, and then I can play queen on h4. Yes. If I try to take my bishop back, at after that he can just push pawn. After which I cannot do anything. Maybe I can sacrifice my bishop and take on g6 if he takes my bishop, and I take on h7 after that. Let's do it. g6 h7. Queen attacking pawn. Rook activates. Let's activate rooks. Knight activates further. Bishop takes, rook takes. This is a mistake. He can checkmate me. So I lost a piece and a game without calculation. I just went ahead. This is a full problematic situation. I should have opened up king, yaar. That's the only mistake. I should not have moved my king to h1. I don't know why I'm playing this. Okay, chalo. That was not even a mistake. That was a major blunder. Yes, it was. I made two blunders. Chalo, let's move on to another game. This is the final game. We'll win this and end the stream. I think I should take some rest. Plan is take that pawn, but I think he'll take. He missed the tactics actually. That was a tactic. Can't go off a loss. Ah, moment. XD. because I need to end the stream. It's already you miss mate. No, that was not a mate. Bishop was guarding that mate. I should have given up that pawn and continued with my plan. I lost a win because after this push, this can't be stopped. After this push, king goes back. King goes back. There is pawn push again. If knight takes, I could have taken his knight, and if king takes, or maybe I should have gone for this check. King takes pawn push. No, there was a knight. What? Okay. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you for your time. Take care. Bye bye. Have a good day. Ending stream now. Tada.